Domination! Nation of Domination! Nation of Domination! We are the Nation of Domination!
Hey, what's up guys, it's Gold Dizzy. I wanted to make another video today. I wanted to make a response to Mikell to his video that he put up yesterday about racism in wrestling. And he focused primarily on the WWE. And I have to say, dude, I loved the video. I thought it was great. You know, I never really thought about it, you know, until you brought it to everybody's attention. And also, thanks a lot for the shout out, dude. Truly appreciate it. I love your videos as well. You're one of the few people where, you know, when your videos pop up, I definitely click on it to watch it. Also, you know, before I start the video, I am going to be doing a shout out video. I haven't done one in quite some time, but I've been watching a lot of videos. I've seen a lot of new YouTubers on here, and I really think that these guys deserve a little recognition. So I've got a little list that I have been making the past week or so, and I'm going to be making a shout out video probably sometime this weekend. But back to the topic at hand, you know, I wanted to add to your video, Mikell. I thought you did a great job by going over all the past champions. And you know, it's sad that there's only a small handful of African Americans who were champion. So it got me thinking, you know, I started thinking, I'm at work all day today, and I'm thinking about the topic and about how it actually does relate in wrestling. You know, racism is more apparent in wrestling than one might think. Now, I'm going to take you back as far as I can remember as a wrestling fan. And you have the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and Virgil. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys remember the $1 Million Man and Virgil. But let me break it down for you. You had the $1 Million Man, where his gimmick, I should say, is a white, rich man. Okay? And then you have Virgil, who is a poor black man. And the reason I say poor is because if you remember their costumes, of course the $1 Million Man, obvious, rich $1 Million Man, but you had Virgil, who was always dressed in the scent costume, where he had scent signs all over his costume, which would indicate poor, or it does to me at least. Well, Virgil was more or less the $1 Million Man's lackey, his servant, if you will. So, you know, as far back, you know, that gimmick was around in the 90s, early 90s. So, all the way back there, 20 years ago, you had the $1 Million Man and Virgil, the rich white man and his black servant. Now, if that's not racist, I don't know what is, to be quite honest. To me, that's probably about as the most racist as they've ever been in wrestling. But you know, you mentioned the Nation of Domination in your video last night, and if you think about it, the Nation of Domination, to me at least, was like the WWE's version of the Black Panthers. And basically you had a stable that was all blacks. You know, you had Farouk, who was the leader. You could say The Rock was the leader as well, but he came in later on. You had D'Lo Brown in the group. You had Kama, who was known as the Godfather, or the Good Father. You had Mark Henry, I believe. He was also in the Nation of Domination. And I think they had maybe one or two white guys in the group throughout their stint in the WWF. But there were definitely, I wouldn't say they were racist, but maybe the people who brought them together, the suits, in the WWE, or maybe probably a little racist to put them together. The most notable feud that I can recall is Stone Cold and Farouk. Now, Stone Cold even said himself in a promo that it's not a white thing, it's not a black thing, it's a me kicking your ass thing. So, I mean, you know, to me, that's definitely has racial tendencies, if you will. But I could even go to more present, if you will, in the last, at least the last 5 years or so. What about the Mexicals? That's right, I'm getting away from the African Americans and now I'm switching it over to the Latino Nation. You have the Mexicals. I don't remember everybody that was in the group, but I'm pretty sure Juventud was in there, and maybe some others. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But they came out riding lawnmowers down to the ring. I mean, how much more stereotypical can you get? Actually, they were riding Juan Deeres, not John Deere's, but Juan Deere's. And I mean, I can remember watching that when it first came out and thinking, damn, this is racist. So yeah, the Mexicals were definitely racial inspired, or if that's even a word you could use. But let's even talk about someone who has passed away. Eddie Guerrero. You know, look at his motto: lying, cheating, and stealing. Now, I'm not saying that he's representing every Latino person in the world, but, you know, that was his gimmick, you know, to lie, cheat, and steal. I mean, that to me, that's just kind of stereotyping or typecasting a race. And he would even come out in the lowriders. And no, I'm not saying that lowriders are only a Mexican thing, but I know they made it famous. So, you know, you have all sorts of racism all over the wrestling world. Yeah, and there are some black wrestlers that could definitely hold a title in the WWE and wear it very proudly. You know, you got people like Shelton Benjamin, who is a fantastic wrestler, but just isn't given the opportunity. Now in this NXT show, you've got a couple African Americans in the mix again, and you know, let's hope that maybe one of those guys can make it somewhere in wrestling. But I wanted to just maybe try to point those out. You know, the $1 Million Man and Virgil, to me, one of the most racial things that the WWF has ever done. And yeah, I mean, once again, Michael, dude, thanks for the props and your video. Thanks for doing the video. I thought it was a great idea, and I just wanted to maybe try to elaborate a little more. You know, you pointed out the championships that that the blacks have got, or I should say, have not got. But you know, I wanted to take it a step further and even, you know, point out the blatant racism that has been in wrestling. Now, obviously, I don't have enough time to talk about absolutely everything. But if you guys know of any other racial things that have been in wrestling, because I'm sure there's a lot more than what I'm thinking of, please feel free to comment down below or make a video response and post it to Michael's video or post it to my video. But I just wanted to bring up those few things. You know, let me know what you think. Do you guys think that wrestling is racist? You know, hot topic of conversation, to be quite honest, at least in my opinion. But you know, I think WCW did the best as far as trying to put a black person over. You know, if you can recall Ron Simmons in the early 90s beating Big Van Vader for his first ever WCW World Heavyweight Championship belt. And he was the first African American to win that belt. And what a great match it was. So, you know, you gotta give props to WCW for doing that. And that was in the Bill Watts era, when Bill Watts was running the show. So yeah, you gotta give props to Bill Watts. Not everybody's a Bill Watts fan, but you know, you gotta commend him for doing that. But anyways, that's the end of the video. This is Gold Izzy. Let me know what you think. Peace out.
'Cause the $1 Million Man always gets his way.